Hello, I'm aware of the terrible quality of my voice in this video. As such, I've attempted to mitigate the problem by lowering my voice, although it's still very obviously garbage. If you're hearing this far, this has persisted for multiple recordings and will affect multiple videos. And I'm not going to have this warning on every single one. I apologize.
Hello, nerds. The time has finally come. And you know what? I said I was going to do something else. We'll get into that. Because I don't expect anybody to watch literally everything I play like a fucking psychopath. But for now, let's just get into the game.
You, my queen, take leave of this place while you're still able.
To where, I might ask? Nigh every last of Cornia's lords has forsaken us in favor of the traitor Valmor. No refuge remains for a crowned fugitive. Yet the general seeks my death and mine alone. I shall not flee from that fate. Though you still can, a sole rider with Elaine at your side. Take him, Joseph. Raise that delicate seedling into a sturdy tree capable of weathering the harsh climes that await. And pray safeguard the ring of the unicorn as well. Hold it close to you until Elaine is a man grown. He will have need of the power it bears.
My queen,
Mother? Are they coming for us?
Heed well these words, Elaine. I say this not as your mother, but as your queen. From here forth, you're to treat Joseph's command as though it were spoken directly with my tongue. Do you understand?
Of course, but is there something amiss?
My faith and more lies with you, Joseph. I only pray it is enough. Farewell, and may the heavens guide you.
Why are you just standing there, Joseph? Aren't you going to help her?
Would that I were able, my prince. Come, we've not a minute to spare.
Oh yeah, this isn't voice act, is it? Borrow exits to the city! The queen is not to leave these walls alive! Our great general, reduced to little more than a base trader, You'll find my head not so easily parted from my shoulders, Valmore. I wonder if you can say the same. Come, everyone. We marched this day for Her Majesty Ilenia. Forgive me if I don't even remember the fucking name pronunciation.
Consider wisely our options.
So I've played the game a little bit. Just a little bit of the demo, like an hour or two, so I know the basics of what to do. If you don't know, this is like a mix of a real-time strategy and turn-based strategy. And that doesn't sound like it makes a lot of sense, but it will once we get going. This'll be done if we just select that.
I have you!
Does this suit you?
I am your shield. We shall see our duty through.
I trust you.
My magic is yours. Cornea shall never cave. Brace yourself.
Yeah, this may not explain it super well.
You'll see no harm.
Does this suit
But you got the main game,
Ready yourself.
main game, real-time strategy part where you tell characters to go from point A to point B. That happens over real time. And then you got the turn-based stuff, which is this. Characters have a certain amount of turns in each fight.
I trust you.
They attack a certain number of times, and they can do other things a certain number of times. It'll make sense.
How's this? I must fight on!
The numbers are also important, but not right now. The tutorial, I feel, does a good job of explaining things.
Seize her.
Enlighten me, Valmore. To what end do you seek to usurp my throne?
Self-centered fool. It's not merely your throne I aspire towards. It's all of them. Zenoira are the rightful sovereigns of Feverith, And I, the blade to restore our world to its natural order.
You seek to plunge the continent into war. Fevrith need not suffer your delusions.
A proper ruler demands unity, not pointless politicking with insufferable neighbors. Now, I shall achieve that unity through conquest and reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
I would sooner see you slain by my hand!
I promise you, my queen, the royal lineage shall endure. Tis but a great shame I couldn't aid you further.
All has gone according to plan, my lord.
And yet our work only just begins. We stand now at a new dawn for Fevrith, one which will see Zenoira's dominion restored at last. Curious, though, that we've no trace of the old knight's captain.
About that, my lord. A lone cavalry unit was spotted riding through the eastern gate before it was barred.
Then the boy is lost to us. A truth obscured only by his mother's futile attempt at a counter-offensive. It would seem I underestimated her penchant for deception.
Year 895 of the Hallowed Chronicle. Claiming himself a scion of the fallen Sonoran Empire, Cornia's once decorated General Valmor rebelled against his erstwhile home at the seat of its monarchy, Gran Corinne. Its queen, Elenia, bold in the face of this staggering betrayal, stood unshrinking as the shield to her son Elaine's safe flight, and mustering what meager forces remained by her side, she rallied a defense as valorous as it was damned. With Cornia's queen lost, care of the young prince fell to her faithful knight, Joseph, who took wing beyond Valmor's wretched grasp to asylum on the Forned Isle of Palavia in the Holy Kingdom of Albion. And boastfully proclaiming himself Fevrith's new emperor, Valmor donned a second name, Calarius, and began a relentless onslaught the continent's nations could only but struggle against. Yet each realm's endeavors fell in vain time and again, and ere long Zenoira's vile dominion was realized. His blood-soaked unification come to bear, few dared stand against the ironclad fist of Emperor Galerius. Embers of resistance burned on, yet the downtrodden could cling only to furtive hopes of liberation. Desperate prayers which fell upon deaf ears night after unceasing night. 10 years have passed since the Shroud of War first set over Cornia.
That's gonna suck when I have to talk about things in order to keep things interesting, isn't it?
I wonder if those two are at it again.
Sorry.
Well, that takes care of the altar. I suppose I should be getting back.
Yep. So the game suffers a little bit from something I like to call anime bullshit. again, I'm gonna be putting this on a fucking list of things I'm gonna be explaining a bit more later when I've got the chance. Let's see. Anime bullshit. That promise I made.
Sorry, Elaine, but this round's mine.
You always were the optimist.
Damn it! You got a good hit in, I'll give you that. There's just no stopping you these days.
Yet you've grown no less than I have. Still, we could likely train for the rest of our lives, and even then, never manage to best Joseph.
Weird to think he's back on the mainland now. Finally making that Liberation Army thing a reality, huh? Guess that means we'll be going up against Anoira soon.
Indeed it does. The people of Cornea are suffering, Lex. Crying out for whatever help will hear their pleas. Should I turn a deaf ear to those voices, I would have little and less claim to the crown I feel is mine. That, and I owe it to my mother to see them safe.
Well, yeah, but Zenoira's got the whole world in the palm of their hand. How are we gonna fight back against that?
The Earth may be theirs, but the heavens will surely favor those who stand for justice.
You got a point there. Sorry for not sounding all too confident. Just make sure you don't take it all on yourself. I'll be with you every step of the way.
Thank you, Lex. You know I can't do this without you.
Oh, stop. You're gonna make me blush. Anyway, that's enough training for today. We're gonna miss lunch if we don't get moving.
I suppose it is that time.
You see something out there?
It's a ship.
Looks like they're flying Zenoira colors, too.
This island is no longer safe. We have to tell the others.
With you there. You head for the cathedral. I'll make sure the town knows what's coming.
Seal off the harbor, and do it quick! Not a soul gets off this island under our watch. All soldiers have alighted, sir!
Dispatch the vanguard to the cathedral. And remember, we're to apprehend the target alive.
Understood, sir!
O Heavenly Father, ruler of land and sky above, we pray this day for deliverance from evil. Grant us the meager sustenance to nourish our fragile bodies in the times to come. Guide our lost souls on the path to salvation. Shine down your radiant light upon us, for darkness looms thick through all corners of Fevrith. Such is my request as your humble servant. In the name of the Guardian Unicorn, and that of the Holy Mother. Is that you, Elaine? How many times must I ask you not to stomp around in the cathedral? What is the meaning of this?
Well, look what we've got here. Seems we're the first to show.
Rough her up if you want, but don't forget, the girl dies and our heads will roll too.
Such depravity will not go unpunished. Not in the house of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah? Then you best get to praying.
She's fast.
Not as fast as us.
What the?
Scarlet, are you hurt?
Only a little shaken, that's all. What's happening to us, Elaine?
A ship has come ashore on Palavian soil. One hoisting the banner of the Zenoiran army.
And are they aware that you're the Crown Prince?
I can't say for certain, but we know one thing. These people are our enemy, and they must be stopped.
Yes, My cathedral will see no more bloodshed this day. Come, let's move outside.
Your Highness, it's a relief to see you unharmed.
Hold on. Where's Lex?
He went ahead to alert the town. We best find him and get to the harbor.
Indeed. But first, my prince, this belongs to you.
A ring.
The Ring of the Unicorn. Queen Elenia wished for you to have it. In truth, I had intended to wait till signs of age played more deeply across your face. But we no longer have such luxury. I have the utmost faith you'll see it secured.
A keepsake from my mother. Thank you for this, Joseph. Truly.
Make no further mention of it. Now, let us be off.
Don't mind the noise, just making sure the switch doesn't darken. Also, tutorial text, don't worry about it.
They will be ours.
I was thinking I might have to put this into a different video. Elaine, look, they've already reached the town. I'm just not into it at the moment. Then we know our first aim. We must dispatch those soldiers as quickly as possible. Don't mind my lack of an attempt.
We march.
I'm in the middle of describing something.
To me.
Which I've already forgotten. Right. I was looking at the time. I was thinking I might have to put this into a prologue video. Just because of how long it's taking. Which isn't a big deal. Yeah, there is a lot of tutorial. It's fine. But yeah.
We march on.
Basically, red diamonds are usually what fuels attacks, and blue diamonds are usually what fuels other things.
The time is at hand. Onward.
The number is basically how much energy they have. If it reaches 0, then they're exhausted and can't move.
Light.
So is this a good time to talk about the anime bullshit then? The first thing I noticed upon seeing Scarlet is, man, they really want me to see the titty bounce, don't they? And look, I know Vanillaware. This is pretty normal for them, so it's not like I wasn't expecting it. Sorry about that. They caught me off guard there. But don't worry, everyone's safe. I made sure of it. I knew I was right to count on you. And I'm glad you're unharmed as well. Still wish I could have done more, though. Here, let me scout out ahead to make up for it, and learn how to speak English proper. Yeah, it's not too different from like a real-time strategy game.
Ready.
In this regard.
You got it.
You know what? Yeah, this video will just all be prologue. Just what I was hoping for. It's time to show these guys what I'm made of.
I'm up.
It's time to die. Oh, they don't give you the predictions yet. So yeah, there's also predictions. Like, it tells you what's going to happen by the end of the fight. So it's not really a prediction so much as just... Yeah, I'm gonna be redundant if I keep explaining it.
Damn it.
Damn, might have gotten too eager there. Dude, one guy could totally beat 6 people coming right at them. Fire Emblem told me so. People on horse move faster than people on foot. Who knew?
In service of the royal family, awaiting your command.
My only problem is that you can't have one unit follow another unit. It's usually not an issue, but that was a good anime noise.
I shall hold nothing back.
It's not looking great.
I want to hear it again.
This isn't gonna end well.
Come.
It's not looking great.
Gaze.
There it is.
I shall hold.
My personal favorite anime noise is always. I like the detail that they had with the units looking up at the person on horseback. Really, Vanillaware is just really good at making good shit.
I have you.
For the liberation.
Lex, are you alright? Somehow, yeah. Sorry for making you worry. You know, it's a miracle you can even put your armor on straight. Here. This medicine should perk you up again. HP 0 bad.
I've got to make this work.
I needed that. Chloe. Chloe? I'm assuming Chloe. Perhaps you'd be better served watching after Lex directly. I fear he's a bit of a liability on his own. I'm standing right here, asshole! No more messing around, Lex. I'll be keeping a close eye on you. Now then, this area appears to be safe for the time being. Let's hurry up onto the harbor. Let's hurry on to the harbor. Does it matter? Doesn't matter. My word, but that's Hodrick! He and I used to stand as the stalwart pillars of Cornea's defense. What might have possibly changed him? What might possibly have changed him? Prepare yourself, rebels! Any foolish enough to defy Emperor Galerius must be put to the sword. It seems combat is our only path forward. Indeed. Ridding this land of the enemy must be our first and only priority, no matter who that enemy may be. Yeah, this is still tutorial battle. So now we get the time limit. Time limit goes down, you lose. I think we're just gonna fight all of them at once anyway, so it doesn't really matter what I do.
By your word.
Not at once. At one. You know what I mean. You guys aren't dumb.
Come.
You're not dumb, right? It's okay if you are. I'm just saying.
Hold fast.
Actually, I think I want him to stay in the back for a bit.
Awaiting your command. Very well. I'll not.
Actually, have him stun everybody. You will not stun him. You will not. Okay. You're gonna wait in the back.
I am yours to command, Your Highness.
Come then.
Because you're not gonna get jack shit for experience.
Easy now.
Yeah, they They really put a lot of effort into those titties, huh?
Good.
Yep. I should have him be close enough so that he can swap if he's not going to kill, which is not the case this time.
Let me.
Yes, heal the person who's not nearly as badly hurt. That makes sense.
Light.
We march on.
Well,
We march.
we'll get some free healing. No, not from that. Will she not heal herself at all? That seems to be the case.
Path is set.
Awaiting your
That's
command.
weird.
Very well.
You face me.
She will not heal herself. Okay.
Victory grows ever closer.
Well, that's shit.
Come.
This struggle will only prolong the pain. Accept the mercy of a swift demise.
I fail to understand, Hodrick. What has motivated this shift in allegiance?
Joseph, Cornea's most decorated knight. I shall close the book on your tale myself.
Stand true!
Oh no! 1 damage.
The battle is won!
Such firm defenses. Our weapons barely leave a scratch. Perhaps my magic will work. Then, leave this to me. I said it wrong! Hold ZR to... I forgot about that, actually. I forgot I could fast forward.
Your villainy ends here. Good. I must never yield.
I hate constantly bringing
May the
attention
Father
to it,
smile upon me.
but it's really fucking hard not to notice it.
Well fought.
Boing and whatnot.
The path is...
Can't use Valor skills yet. I bet if I could use Valor skills, she could heal.
I shall hold nothing back.
Oh. Does this kill? It doesn't get any experience at all then.
You face me.
I can't cancel either. I don't know.
Doing this. You, who once stood as my mother's royal guard.
Enough of your questions, Will. Interfere, and I shall see you suffer for it.
I don't know why the fuck I thought that a character who is at level 20 would not instantly kill a character at level 1 or 2 just by looking at him.
Victory grows ever closer.
Honestly, the fact that he survived at all is nothing short of a miracle. Well, no, it's not, because tutorial bullshit.
What foolishness is this? One such as I, brought low by the Cornea vermin that gnawed our ankles.
You've fallen far indeed, Hodrick. How many times did you stare death in the face at Her Majesty's side? Now, look what you've become. I may stand as your swordmaster no longer, but I can yet offer you a merciful end to your descent.
Wait.
Your Highness.
Tell me, Hodrick. Do you remember the times you and I played together? When I was still just a boy? Yours was a bond of loyalty few knights could hope to equal. Why cast that aside and bend the knee to Galerius? I refuse to cut down a friend without first knowing how we've reached this grim conclusion. A simple reason is all I ask. Please.
Elaine!
The ring! What sorcery is this?
Oh, my head. What am I doing here?
I'm sorry, what sorcery is this is a line I can never take seriously.
A spell to shackle the hearts of men.
'Tis the only way I can think to describe it, my prince. That ill-fated day, all the lords closest to your mother turned upon her without so much as a moment's notice. Unfortunately, my memories end there as well.
A frightful power, if what you say is true. This spell of control, it could be called. Such magic would go far in explaining how Galerius so swiftly brought Fevrith to its knees.
I shudder to think what unspeakable evil I wrought upon our world these last 10 years. Though there is no greater misdeed than turning my spear upon you, Prince Elaine.
That's enough. You mustn't blame yourself any further. But I do wonder, how is this ring capable of unmaking the spell?
In truth, I had believed it to be mere regalia, a symbol of your birthright and nothing more. To think the power of cleansing truly exists. Your Highness, that is the Ring of the Unicorn, ancestral treasure of Cornia's royal lineage. Legend speaks of your ancestors wielding it to purify evil, but I had believed such tales to be mere fiction.
The Orthodoxy has a similar story about the Holy Unicorn. How it was a sacred beast able to purge darkness from our lands. It's entirely possible that the ring that bears its image is somehow capable of that same power.
Should Galerius's rule be built upon a foul sorcery that fetters our people, then this ring is the ray of light that will pierce its wicked heart.
Your words ring true, my prince.
Indeed. Were we able to free those bound by his cruel magics?
It might just bring the Iron Wall of Zenoira crashing down.
All told, I've often found myself plagued with doubt. Is it justice that guides our march, or paltry vendetta? Yet the answer is clear as day now. The path before us is laid bare, and all that remains now is to walk it. Walk it I will, Mother. Today marks our first foray into the mists of despair which hang heavy over our home. Mists that will soon be dispelled. It may take days, months, or even years, but I shall see the duties of my bloodline fulfilled, and slay Galerius like the beast he is.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to take the scene seriously, but the striped sweater that keeps going up and down and up and down, my eyes just keep focusing on that, and I fucking hate it.
And how does Hodrick fare?
Well, all things considered, any fog that lingered in his mind seems to have cleared, and he stands ready to fight once more. By the way, Your Highness, allow me to brief you on our plans for when we arrive. Among the Liberation members I've mustered in my past excursions is a young yet skilled knight by the name of Clive. I'll ride to bring him to you the moment we reach solid ground.
You have my thanks.
Sorry, Clive is a funny name to me.
A word, Elaine?
Fuck.
Is something wrong?
Well... no, it's nothing.
Are you sure? Anxiety will be the death of you if you keep it bottled up like that.
It really isn't important, I assure you. It's just... our lives have changed so drastically from the peace we had only yesterday. It barely seems real.
I can't say I feel any different. But I've always known this day would come. It's why I've spent all these years training under Joseph's careful instruction. A shame you never had the chance to meet my mother. She was always one to blaze a path forward, royal blade in arm. But as her heir, I intend to lead in much the same way.
Is that why you and Lex spent all your days banging swords down at the shore?
You've seen that, have you? You know, Hodrick was likely but one of many. And assuming the others who surrendered to Zenoira are being controlled as he was, we may just stand a chance in this. Yet our liberation is still in its nascent days. Promising, yes, but gravely fragile as well. Which is precisely why I'll need your help, Scarlet. To reclaim peace for all who have suffered.
Elaine, Of course. I'll do everything I can. As is my role as a priestess of the Palavian Church.
Hey, don't forget about me.
I kind of forgot about him.
Lex.
What?
I'm sorry, my prince. Decorum doesn't come naturally to this fool.
It's all right. When you've known each other as long as we have, there's no reason to let formality bind us.
But there are protocols to observe. Rules we must follow as vassals in service of the crown. Still, I'm of the same mind. What mind he has, that is. I'll give my all in the royal name, your majesty.
Thank you all. I couldn't ask for a finer group of friends.
I'm gonna have to check at some point to make sure that... Left, please. I'm gonna have to check at some point to make sure that, that I can actually pause during cutscenes.